I think in the days when I used to have to ask for sponsorship, there weren't that many women around in that role in business, and I think that in some ways gave me the advantage. But you know, you had to use not all just what you said; it's how you appeared. In the whole package, you had to put in front of them, and also, but more than anything, you had to be very convinced and believe in what you did. I'm pretty sure that these days things are much better for women than they were 20, 30 years ago, because there are more women in the industry, in the media industry as well, and they're listened to. And I think that we're not there yet. There's still a long way to go, but I think we've been building on for the last century, 150 years, since the suffragettes, really. Every generation of women have actually made it better for the next generation. And there's still, as I said, there's still a few generations to go until we are really on an equal level, I think, with men. But, you know, it's all going the right direction. I'm really happy to have been part of that. When I lived in the Middle East, and I had the theatre company, which was touring the Middle East and then the Far East, I used to have to go to various sponsors to get sponsorship to make it work. And it was interesting. People always thought, in fact, though, that in the Middle East that you'd be difficult as a woman, and I never ever found that. I always worked all the time there, and I was always treated equally. It was really quite extraordinary, and so complete misapprehension people had over here about how it was to work there. But there was one funny story, which is actually not about particularly Arab men, it's just men in general. And when I used to go for, as I said, to go into a meeting for sponsorship, and I used to give my pitch about how good the company money would be for the theatre company, I used to find so often that the men wouldn't be looking at me talking. They'd sort of be looking down, looking at my knees or my legs, and I was just, oh, this is so irritating. And so I thought, and it happened so many times, and I decided, I'm going to make use of this. And I thought it was actually a very feminist thing to do. I used to go in with a shorter skirt, cross my legs, and say what I had to say. But you can be sure the same thing happened. They would always be looking down, but I always came out with the sponsorship I needed.